Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippine Army warns the public about fake recruitment online posts. MILF clan feud displaces hundreds in North Cotabato. PBBM wants strengthening of efforts versus online child sexual abuse. PZO assures readiness of government in transmission of info during calamities.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Friday, April 26, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Happy listening to our listeners at 1134 kHz AM radio, and also happy viewing to our audience in our Facebook page AFP Radio DWDD.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the Philippine Army has issued a warning to the public regarding fake online recruitment campaigns circulating on social media platforms. In a statement, it debunked the misinformation spread through the Facebook page Filipino Gazette about open-ended recruitment drive with no age restrictions and purported acceptance of K-12 graduates. Contrary to the deceptive claims, legitimate Army requirements state that applicants must hold a college degree and be between 21 and 27 years old during the oath-taking ceremony. Furthermore, it reiterated its strict policy against soliciting any form of payment from prospective applicants. Reliable announcements and application procedures are exclusively available on the Army's official website, https://jointhearmy.gov.ph.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Around 300 families have been forced to flee their homes amidst clashes between two Moro Islamic Liberation Front factions in a remote village of Pigkawayan, North Cotabato. Pigkawayan Mayor Juanito Agustin confirmed that approximately 1,500 individuals from Barangay Banucagon sought refuge in the municipal gymnasium, receiving aid from the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office. Despite no reports of gunfire since Thursday, tensions remain high and the representatives from the MILF are actively mediating to reconcile the warring factions and restore calm to the village.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Providing the first-hand information, our correspondent joins us from Aurora with the latest update regarding Balikatan. Brings bundle of joy in Dingalan, Aurora. Go on for the details, Sergeant Sagaok.
Yes, Rofh. So
Rofh, if we recall, an advance party from the United States Armed Forces for Balikatan 39-2024 arrived in the country last March. And together with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, they have been working on various humanitarian and civic assistance programs even before the annual military exercise formally begins. Both the United States and the Philippine Armed Forces displayed their commitment to education and community development as they delivered school equipment they dubbed Bundle of Joy to Butas na Bato Elementary School as part of the Balikatan Exercise 39-2024 Humanitarian and Civic Assistance Program in Dingalan, Aurora, Philippines on April 6, 2024. The Bundle of Joy delivered consisted of 3 55-inch TVs, 4 laptops, 2 printers, and other classroom materials aimed to enhance the students' learning experience and increase digital literacy, empowering a generation of learners prepared for the future. Mary Grace Pineda, the head teacher of Butas na Bato Elementary School, expressed her gratitude, saying the school equipment will have a significant impact on the students and educator of the said school. She also added that these materials are a big help for them in providing quality education. Major Marlo Laksaram, the command chaplain of the Special Operations Command of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, emphasized the meaning of Balikatan, that when we come together, shoulder to shoulder, remarkable outcomes can be achieved through this community development. While U.S. Navy Chaplain Lieutenant Mark Weather, with the Combined Joint Civil-Military Operations Task Force, shared that the activity reminded everyone of the power of faith and spirituality, and that it can cross all boundaries of language, culture, and nationality. This bundle of joy was delivered as the first of 5 schools during Balikatan 2024 Humanitarian Civic Assistance Programs. Derived from the Tagalog term meaning shoulder to shoulder, Balikatan exemplifies the collaborative efforts between the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the United States in providing assistance to education and community development. This is Joanne Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Surgeon Sagao.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For other news, tensions escalated as two factions within the more Islamic Liberation Front engaged in a violent clash in Barangay Banucago, North Cotabato, leading to one fatality. The confrontation, rooted in disputes over territorial control and allegiances to rival candidates in recent local elections, resulted in tragic consequences for the community. Moreover, efforts towards de-escalation were swiftly undertaken by local authorities, with 16th Infantry Division Commander Major General Alex Raliera, Brigadier General Augustus Placer, Director of SOC Sergeant Police, dispatching emissaries to facilitate dialogue and seek a peaceful resolution to the conflict.
DWDD National News.
For national news, the dangerous heat index threatened over 30 locations this Friday. According to the forecast of Pag-asa, some areas in the Philippines are expected to experience temperatures ranging from 42 degrees Celsius to 47 degrees Celsius. The said agency classified heat indices ranging from 42 degrees Celsius to 51 degrees Celsius as dangerous, which could lead to heat stroke and heat exhaustion. To avoid heat-related illnesses, the Department of Health advises the public to limit outdoor activities and drink plenty of water.
Armed Forces Radio report.
Let us hear more update outside our station. Let us hear from Jai about Philippine and U.S. troops' enhanced skills in high-altitude, high-opening jump training.
Yes, Rofh, soldiers from the Philippine Army and their United States counterparts engage in rigorous high-altitude, high-opening jump training. During the HAHO jump training, troops demonstrated their proficiency and agility as they navigated the challenges of high-altitude parachute jumps, honing their skills in precision and teamwork. This specialized training not only enhances individual capabilities, but also fosters a deeper level of collaboration between Philippine and U.S. troops. Moreover, the said activity is part of the ongoing Balikatan exercise. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jai.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Information and Communications Technology warned the public that the deepfake incidence is anticipated to increase as the upcoming elections approach. The ICT Secretary Ivan John Uy explained that the upcoming election is dubbed a super election due to its global significance, with an estimated 80 countries worldwide participating in the voting session. The Presidential Communications Office recently urged the public to remain vigilant following the emergence of a deepfake audio clip allegedly instructing the military to take action in a specific country, purportedly issued by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. directed the government agencies to intensify efforts against offenders and abusers of children. Department of Justice Center for Anti-Online Child Sexual Abuse Executive Director Margarita Magsaysay shared in press conference on Thursday. According to Magsaysay, the president ordered all concerned government agencies to consolidate their actions to fight online sexual abuse or exploitation of children and child sexual abuse or exploitation materials. In regard to this, the DOJ was tasked to ensure prosecution, while the Philippine National Police and other law enforcement agencies were directed to crack down on perpetrators.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We are joined now by our field reporter who has been following the situation closely about multilateral maritime exercise kicks off in Palawan. Go on for the
Yes,
details.
Rofh, the
Bea.
inaugural multilateral maritime exercise between the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the United States Indo-Pacific Command commenced in Palawan yesterday. This was a mark of pivotal moment in regional collaboration. Leading the exercise, Philippine vessel LD-602 and PS-16, accompanied by the USS Harper's Ferry LSD-49 and French Navy Vendémiaire F-374, departed from Puerto Princesa Port to participate in a range of dynamic exercises. Over the course of 5 days, these activities aim to enhance maritime capabilities and foster stronger regional partnerships. It is still part of the ongoing Balikatan exercise that will last until May 10. And that's the latest updates. This is Beatriz Amigable reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
DWDD National News.
The Presidential Communications Office guaranteed the readiness of the government to transmit information to the public in times of calamities. During the hearing of the Senate Committee on Public Information and Mass Media at the Senate, People's Television Network Incorporated, General Manager Analista Puod shared that the state-run TV station is among the entities tasked to digitalize broadcasting and communications for the national government. According to Puod, the government is implementing an early warning broadcast system to transmit information, and the Marcos administration is working on its nationwide scope. He also explained that the EWBS is the sudden alarm in cellular phones sending cautions during calamities.
DWDD National News.
Various political parties in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao set up an alliance to ensure an honest, orderly, and peaceful 2025 Bangsamoro Parliament election. The said alliance is comprised of the Bangsamoro People's Party, Al-Ittihad UKB Party, and Serbisyong Inklusibo Aliansang Progresibo Party. In line with this, BPP founder and Basilan Representative Muhib Hataman emphasized that peaceful elections are the cornerstone of democracy, and the collective fight for self-determination and self-governance would reap success if the sacredness of the people's vote is protected. Furthermore, Lanao del Sur government Bombit Adyong of the CA party urged other political parties in the region to join the coalition and pledge their commitment to peaceful and orderly 2025 polls.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us receive another news from the ground. Let us hear from Beth regarding Opapru and Lanao del Norte provincial government signed agreement on normalization program for former MILF combatants.
The Office of the Presidential Advisor for Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity and the Lanao del Norte Provincial Government having the landmark agreement to localize the normalization program for former Moro Islamic Liberation Front combatant, Presidential Peace Advisor Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. and Lanao del Norte Governor Imelda Quibranza Di Mapuro, alongside other officials, formalized the agreement and Tubod, Lanao del Norte. Under the term of the agreement, the provincial government will take the lead in implementing programs and a project aimed at reintegrating former warriors into civilian life. According to Opapro, this agreement will enhance the involvement of the provincial government and the peace-building process with the here locality. This is Beta Niete reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for one stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Elections is planning to put a voting precinct at the Sitio Kapihan in Barangay Sering, Socorro, Surigao del Norte for the May 25th midterm elections. Comic George Jerwing Mojico Garcia said that this effort would ensure that the community's members would be able to vote without going through the hassle of traveling far. Meanwhile, Socorro Bayanihan Services Incorporated President Johan Lasala expressed his gratitude to the poll body for bringing the registration activity to their area. The said committee has more than 5,000 residents, wherein almost half of them are eligible to vote.
DWDD. National
In
News.
other developments, the Department of Social Welfare and Development has helped a total of 8,390 recovering persons who use drugs to be integrated into their families and communities since 2021 through its Yakap Bayan program. According to DSWD spokesperson Irene Dumlao, through the YBP, the agency provided RPWDs with aftercare and eventual social reintegration services, including relapse prevention sessions, counseling sessions, health and fitness therapy, spiritual interventions, and skills training to improve their well-being and social functioning. As of now, 133 local government units across the country have partnered with the DSWD for the replication of the program in their respective areas.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Another update outside this station. Let us hear from Angel about Philippine Army and DND Honor Anzac Day.
Good noon, Rofh. The Philippine Army, alongside the Department of National Defense, commemorated the sacrifice of serving troops on Australian and New Zealand Army Corps Day at the Libingan ng mga Bayani, Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City yesterday. Commanding General Lieutenant General Roy M. Galido led the said activity with Undersecretary Pablo Lorenzo of the Department of National Defense for Civil, Veterans, and Reserve Affairs. They laid their wreaths at the tomb of the unknown soldier, paying homage to the courageous young heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice in Gallipoli in 1915. The ceremony served as a reminder of the enduring bond between nations, transcending borders and generations. This is Angel Cruz Camomot reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Angel.
DWDD. National News.
Bicol Saro Party List Representative Brian Raymond Yamsuan is pushing for the passage of a bill that aims to provide each daycare worker in government-sponsored centers the teaching supplies allowance of 5,000 pesos per school year, along with continuing skills training. Yamsuan underlined that daycare workers played an indispensable role in helping Filipino children to have the best possible start in life through early learning experiences and activities that promote their social and emotional development. However, the congressman pointed out that these workers have to deal with low compensation and lack of financial support for the expenses they need to carry out these immense responsibilities. Barangay daycare workers receive 500 pesos a month from the Department of Social Welfare and Development, while local government units provide them with a monthly honorarium of at least 1,000 pesos.
DWDD. National News.
Now on to our next story. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. encouraged the police to involve themselves in the community in order to boost engagement and build the trust of the public in law enforcers. The president made the appeal during the joint National Peace and Order Council and Regional Peace and Order Council in Malacanang yesterday. In his message, he stressed the importance for the police to make their presence felt on the ground and urged them to be on the beat, know the people, and understand their situations. Moreover, other national security concerns were discussed in the meeting, such as geopolitical issues, the West Philippine Sea, and other territorial disputes, communist terrorist groups, and war on drugs.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming from the ground with more details about Philippine Army and Republic of Korea Ministry of Defense commemorate Korean War veterans. Let us hear the update from Shago on for the details.
Yes, Rofh, Philippine Army and Republic of Korea Ministry of Defense paid solemn tribute to the valiant Korean War veterans in a ceremony held at Korean War Memorial Pylon, Taguig City, led by the distinguished Vice Minister Honorable Seo Kim of the Republic of Korea Ministry of Defense. The event served as a reminder of the enduring bond between the two nations. Vice Minister Honorable Seo Kim, along with military host, Army Signal Regiment Commander, Brigadier General Alejandro J. Papa, led a simple wreath laying. The said activity aims to honor the departed war heroes and to acknowledge the importance of their sacrifices to history. Through this solemn commemoration, both nations reaffirmed their enduring alliance and vowed to honor the legacy of those who gave their lives in the pursuit of brighter tomorrow. This is Shaina Raneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Strong Philippines.
Thank you, Sha.
DWDD National News.
Sangguniang Kabataan officials in the youth sector should participate to the government's environmental protection and conservation efforts. This is the call of the Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary Benjamin Abbas Jr. in the call during the 6th National Youth Environmental Summit in Baguio City recently. According to Abbas, the youth could contribute through tree planting and reforestation, advocating for stricter enforcement of environmental laws and the implementation of the 4 Rs: the refuse, reuse, reduce, and recycle. The said summit was attended by SK officials, representatives from national government agencies, local government units, the academe, and youth and civil society organizations.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. appointed Undersecretary Hans Layo Kakdak as the new Secretary of the Department of Migrant Workers. The President inked the designation of Kakdak yesterday, a copy of which was released to the media. It can be recalled that the Undersecretary served as officer in charge of the DMW after the passing of former Secretary Suzon in August last year. Prior to his appointment as OIC, Kakdak also worked as Executive Director 5 of the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Executive Director 5 of the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration, and the Undersecretary of the Department of Labor and Employment.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let us hear from Ella about EPD DMFB nabbed most wanted person for violation of RA 9165.
The Eastern Police District Mobile Force Battalion Operatives nabbed a 29-year-old male drug suspect through a manhunt operation conducted at Barangay Tumana, Marikina City. The suspect, identified as alias Oli, and was arrested by virtue of warrant of arrest issued by Regional Trial Court Branch 263, Marikina City, for violation of Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act Law of 2002 with no bail recommended. EPD Director Police Brigadier General Wilson Asueta said the successful arrest of alias Oli ensured that the authorities' anti-criminality campaign for the peace and order of the community. Alias Oli was turned over to Marikina City Police Station Custodial Facility for proper documentation. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let us dig deeper about clash between NPA and government troops happened again in Masbate City. Go on for the details, Jess.
Yes, Rofh. On April 23, 2024, government troops once again engaged with approximately 9 members of the terrorist NPA led by Herbert Colon alias Jesus in Barangay Bolo, Masbate City. This follows a previous encounter with the same group on April 18, 2024 in Barangay Bititong, a neighboring barangay. Herbert Colon, identified as the leader responsible for civilian killings in Masbate, is also noted as the right-hand man of Eddie Rosero alias Tar, who was killed in an encounter on August 21, 2023. In response to the continued reports of NPA presence, government forces pursued the group, resulting in another clash. This led to the confiscation of a high-caliber firearm, personal gear, extortion letters, and subversive documents. Presently, the military is conducting a hot pursuit operation against the terrorist group. The troops from the 96th Infantry Battalion urged the citizens to remain vigilant and report any suspicious individuals in their respective barangays to the authorities. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
Senator J.V. has also called for an investigation into alleged pyramiding scheme involving doctors and pharmaceutical companies through a resolution he filed yesterday. Ejercito submitted Senate Resolution number 1011 following the reports regarding pharmaceutical firms allegedly recruiting doctors to prescribe their products in order to receive lavish rewards based on the number of prescriptions they have made. The senator underscored that the said scheme may have been violating the provisions of the Republic Act 11223 or the Universal Healthcare Act. It stated in RA 11223 that manufacturers of drugs, medical devices, biological and medical supplies registered by the Food and Drug Administration shall collect and track all financial relationships with healthcare providers and report it to the Department of Health.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in 1134 kHz AM radio and in AFP radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in next week for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcast